I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at realmoney.com. Every night we watch the same shows, Fast Money and Mad Money, and we want to use those ideas to grow our money. Well, good trading takes more than just writing down the tickers you see on TV every night and punching the buy button the next morning. I can help you know when to buy these 3 stocks I saw on TV. Today let's look at Sanofi, Aventis, Cypress Semi, and Biogen. Kramer really likes Sanofi Aventis as a biotech trade. He was all over this on Mad Money on Friday. So I'm looking at the daily chart, and you know what's the first thing I see? This 3.7% dividend. For a drug company, that's not too bad, but it's not great either. Merck and Pfizer both have higher. Still, you know what? We'll take it, and it's just more grist for the mill. Look. Daily chart, here's your resistance here. So what Jim's doing is he's talking about a stock that's really been to this same level before. Now Kramer's not talking about a short-term trade, he's talking about the company. And so how are we going to trade that? Here's really the support levels here. We're getting a series of higher lows. As you can see, I mean, the chart's a flipping mess. But if the stock breaks out above here, bam, you want to be a buyer. I would rather see a little bit of weakness here, and my bet is we're going to have it over the next week or so to where you can buy the stock at about the 50-day moving average. If you do that, well, guess what? Then you know you're not buying at the high here where the stock has hit several times and failed to go through. You're just buying it prudently right at a key moving average. Now, Jim also talked to the CEO of Cypress Semiconductor on Friday. He's bullish on the company. I'm looking at this stock, and you know, there's a couple things going on. First of all, generally speaking, I think the semis go higher. They're already doing that. Cypress is kind of lagging here, and the 200-day or 40-week moving average right here causes me some concern because the stock has not been able to get above that level. You look at the daily chart, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. The old black squiggly line defines resistance, not support. However, take heart, I got a bullish case too. Thursday and Friday, the stock was not able to get into the red box. Okay, so what would I do? I'd put my stop right there. Put your stop at the top of the box. Expect this kind of move. Once the stock gets back up to flirt with 1875 or maybe 19, then you can make a decision as far as whether you want to hold it for more gains. But at least you will be operating from a position of strength because you're going to have a profit in the stock. Kramer also likes Biogen, although, you know, he notes, look, the stock's up at its highs. It keeps printing new highs. He still likes it. The one thing about stocks that are printing new highs, they just keep making them, one after the other after another. So I have no problem with that. All I want to do, though, is just tell you, this is, you know, it's a kind of a risky trade to be buying now unless you have a long-term view. Weekly chart, you can see we're getting some pretty strong oscillations here, whereas before, back in 2010, you had kind of a nice steady uptrend. Sometimes this kind of volatility reflects a top. Other times it's just consolidation. You only know after the fact, which means that only the liars knew beforehand which way it was going to be. So what I'd suggest doing is you want to take a small position in the stock right now. But take a small enough position to where you're not freaked out if the stock pulls back to 108, 110, maybe even 105. In other words, so yeah, you got a small loss in the stock, but you can always buy the rest lower when it gets closer to the 200-day moving average, 40-week moving average right here. That's really the best time, the ideal time to buy the stock. If you haven't done it already, go do it now. Get over to Real Money Pro and subscribe, okay? It's a new service. It's an awesome service. Lots of good trading ideas. Some of the best are in my articles, Fitzbits. 5 charts in each article, 4 articles a week. What's that amount to? You do the math. It's about 80 charts a month. You've got to be able to find a good trade in there somewhere. So get over there and check that out. Also, go over to my website, that's stockmarketmentor.com. Sign up for my email list. It's totally free, and I will send you 1 video a day with a charting idea that's designed to do 2 things. First of all, teach you how to fish for yourself. Second of all, maybe toss a fish on your hook every once in a while. Okay, I'm Dan Fitzpatrick, and I'll see you next time.